Is the United States building a trillion-dollar shield against a phantom threat, or are we finally preparing for a danger that's already at our doorstep? We're talking about a price tag so colossal, it makes your eyes water, $2 trillion. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in US politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow. Now, let's talk about the Golden Dome. That's the nickname for a proposed national missile defense system, and according to the Nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, or CBO, its projected cost is nothing short of staggering. In a detailed, 12-page report released this Tuesday, the CBO estimated that developing, deploying, and operating this system over the next 20 years will come with a bill of approximately $2 trillion. Yes, you heard that right, $1 trillion. The CBO's analysis breaks down this colossal sum, stating that the acquisition costs alone for a comprehensive national missile defense system would soar past the $1 trillion mark. This includes everything from the research and development of advanced interceptor missiles and sophisticated radar systems to the construction of new bases and the salaries of the personnel who will operate and maintain this intricate network. This isn't a project that will be completed next year, it's a multi-decade commitment, a generational investment in a particular vision of American security. So, what exactly is this Golden Dome designed to defend against? The threat is generally understood to be ballistic missiles, particularly those that could be launched by rogue states or potential adversaries. The idea is to intercept and destroy such missiles before they can reach their intended targets, whether that's a major American city or a deployed military base overseas. Proponents argue that as more nations develop increasingly sophisticated missile technology, a robust defense system becomes not just advisable, but absolutely essential for national survival. They point to potential scenarios involving North Korea, Iran, or even a resurgent Russia or China, and argue that waiting until an attack is imminent would be far too late. However, the sheer scale of the projected cost immediately raises critical questions. $1 trillion is an unfathomable amount of money. To put it in perspective, that's more than the entire annual budget for many federal agencies combined. It's a sum that could fund countless other domestic priorities, from infrastructure upgrades and education initiatives to healthcare programs and clean energy development. The CBO's report doesn't just present a number, it highlights a monumental decision point for American policymakers. How do we prioritize our national resources, and what level of investment is truly warranted for missile defense? This report is going to ignite a firestorm of debate in Washington. You can expect staunch defenders of the Golden Dome to argue that it's a necessary investment in preventing unimaginable catastrophe. They'll emphasize the unpredictable nature of international relations and the need for a credible deterrent and defensive capability. They might also argue that the long-term costs of not having such a system, in terms of potential loss of life and national prestige, far outweigh the financial investment. On the other hand, critics are already lining up. They will question the effectiveness and reliability of such a system, pointing out that missile defense technology, while advancing, is not infallible. They'll argue that the money could be better spent on diplomacy, de-escalation, or addressing the root causes of conflict. Furthermore, there's the potential for an arms race. Developing and deploying such a powerful defensive system could be perceived by other nations as an offensive threat, prompting them to develop countermeasures or even more powerful offensive weapons, thereby undermining the very security the Golden Dome is intended to provide. This could lead to a destabilizing escalation, a scenario that no one truly wants. This decision also has significant implications for who is affected. Taxpayers, of course, will bear the brunt of this enormous expenditure. Defense contractors and the military-industrial complex will undoubtedly benefit from the influx of cash, potentially leading to increased lobbying efforts and political influence. But beyond that, the American public will be the ultimate beneficiaries or victims, depending on whether the system proves effective or if the funds are perceived as being misallocated. It also impacts our standing on the global stage. A massive investment in defense can signal strength and resolve, but it can also be seen as provocative and isolationist, potentially straining alliances and international cooperation. The potential outcomes are varied. If the Golden Dome is successfully developed and deployed, and proves effective in deterring or neutralizing missile threats, it could indeed enhance American security and provide a significant strategic advantage. However, if it proves to be ineffective, exorbitantly expensive, or provokes a dangerous arms race, it could become a symbol of strategic overreach and fiscal irresponsibility. The CBO's report is the opening salvo in what will undoubtedly be a long and contentious debate, one that will shape American defense policy and its place in the world for decades to come. So what do you think about this? Is the Golden Dome a vital shield for American security, or a trillion-dollar boondoggle? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. This is a conversation that needs to happen, and your voice matters.